All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave, otherwise known as Davey Downer, today, talking about this channel, the future of this channel, what's going on with this channel, what's happening, why certain things are happening, and just I don't understand it. And I'm doing it in real time for a few real people out there, just like you and just like me. All right. So I'm sorry, folks, that I got to do this. I'm sorry. After the 3 videos I did yesterday, I thought all 3 of those videos were decent videos. Apparently, the algorithm did not. Apparently, the viewers did not. If you haven't watched, if you could go back and watch the videos. But this is obviously beyond what I'm doing as far as content right now. Yes, there was one political video, and then there were 2 music related videos. Um, but, the Eric Clapton video, which I thought would have like 60, 70, 80,000 views on it right now, has 20. Okay. Barely in a week, it's up to 20. All right. The last one I did is like over 250,000 views on it. This type of platform requires me to do videos daily, and those videos have to do 4, 5, 6,000 views. They have to, in order for me to basically break even or gain a little bit. I'm making about 40% less than what I used to make doing this. I used to make a modest income. If I put it in thousands of dollars, you would say, okay, that's not too bad, but most people earn more than that. That's what you would say. Now I'm at the point where I'm getting close to minimum wage in most states, maybe before taxes, and soon it's going to be after taxes, and then it's going to be minimum wage from like 6 years ago. It's good that the rock media picked up on this video after almost a week. There's a headline on all of your classic rock stations that aren't really playing classic rock anymore. Eric Clapton dismisses Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a frat boys club. It's not a place for rebels. Okay. The video was how many days ago? Almost a week ago. And they mentioned me in an interview with a Real Music Observer. Clapton reacted to the fact that guitarist J.J. Cale isn't in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame by launching into a diss of its existence. A diss. All right. That's good journalism, good writing. And so they kind of rehashed the part about Ahmet Erdogan and, all the stuff that he and I talked about, the Paul Rogers stuff, where Clapton called him a rebel. It's not a place for rebels. It's establishment stuff. Yes, it is. And I feel as though the establishment is certainly working against this channel. Moreover, my lukewarm but firm endorsement of Donald Trump for president apparently hasn't worked out well for me either. The political content that I've decided to do, in addition to the music related content, it's a matter of survival, because rock and roll, as I grew up with, is going away. I mean, when someone says that 3 Doors Down is a classic rock band, I just look at them sideways. I go, huh? So yeah, some of it's aging, but some of it is style. Some of it has to do with what used to be classic rock, what used to sound like classic rock. So I'm struggling with that stuff. And then I'm also struggling with the people telling me that so-and-so at age 77 is as good as what they used to be at age 35 or whatever, right? I'm really struggling with that. When people say to me, hey, what do you think of so-and-so? And I go, well, I guess it's okay. But, and this is across the board, me being objective about it, not pretending, not being all Pollyanna-ish and saying, yeah, oh yeah, it's just like they were in 1986. Yeah, it's the same thing. Nope, it's not. So I've got that going against me because I tell the truth about that stuff. And so I've asked people to help with this channel over and over again. And I feel like a televangelist at this point. I mean, I should give out a 1-800 number or something soon, but I'm hating this part of the gig. All right. In the old days, you put your videos out, the algorithm would take them, and good things would happen. Now you put your videos out, the algorithm shuts them down. I mean, 3 videos yesterday, I think one of them broke 1,000 and the other 2 are like at 800. And I thought to myself, these are pretty good videos. I think this will do well. And then nothing happened. They did horribly. You could do one kind of mediocre video that would get more views than all of those videos combined. Is the solution more content? Apparently not. What's the solution? I don't know. People say turn the comments on. I'm not dealing with comments. I'm not dealing with trolls. I'm not dealing with spam. I'm not dealing with threats. I'm just not going to do it. I know people want me to do that. Patreon, you can make comments all day long. If you join Patreon, you want to make a comment. And this is how I get mostly positive comments, because people aren't going to pay usually to say horrible things. Spam and bot accounts aren't typically spending money because they don't, because it's just AI gone crazy or whatever. I don't even know anymore what constitutes these bot accounts. But bottom line is, someone sends me a message. Typically, it's an upbeat, positive message. Some people just anonymously say, hey, here's a coffee. Thanks for your work. People will say that to me. Thanks for your work. Whereas other people will say, get a real job. Okay. I hear both sides. You want me to get a real job? This is my real job, but I am considering kind of going off and doing something else. I don't know what I can do at this stage of my life. My life is pretty locked in. You know, the things that I have to do each day, it's pretty locked in. It's pretty, there's going to be no room to work 8 hours a day. There's not going to be. And so again, I will ask people, if you're not doing like Patreon or YouTube membership or things like that, and I have I think over 300 people doing stuff, maybe 400 people doing stuff, and I appreciate those. And I've got a couple people doing like big things. I've got one woman in particular who has been keeping me afloat for about 2 years now. One person. She does, I mean, what she does for this channel, she's like an angel. I don't understand it. I thank God for it. I don't expect to get any more angels like that. And it's just for me. But because of her, you know, I've been able to interview people like Eric Clapton and Ted Nugent and Jim Peterick and, you know, a few others, a few other pretty big names. Doesn't happen all the time. I'm not as connected as I'd like to be because, again, politics get in the way of it. And, you know, I do things on my own terms. So, yeah, I'm kind of at a loss as to what to say. But to move forward, to keep going, it's going to take more people stepping up to help the channel. Maybe this is the plan, that they're going to wean everybody off the AdSense revenue. I'm thinking if I had 1 million views on a video a few times a year, which is never going to happen for me, but say it did, I probably wouldn't be having this conversation. I just probably wouldn't. There are guys in their 20s and 30s who started channels 10 or 15 years ago, and they're essentially retired now. They do videos because they like to, but you know, and it's the kind of mindless content or content for kids, and that stuff obviously I really have no interest in. I mean, I'm talking about music, I'm talking about politics, I'm talking about adulting, I'm talking about culture, and sometimes how these things relate to each other. That's what I'm doing. And I'm kind of doing what I want to do. I know people want me to stay in one lane or do whatever, but I had someone say, a lot of people started talking about music or started talking about a certain thing, and then they realized that there were more important things to deal with in the world, and they started talking about those things. I even try to bring Jesus into the mix. I try to talk about my faith a little bit. Christianity under attack all the time. You can't say that though, because again, you're not supposed to mix religion with politics and music. You're not supposed to do any of this stuff, and so it's not really helping me. But this is who I am, and this is what I plan on doing moving forward. But if you can help, that's all I can say at this point. I'm kind of at the mercy of this platform. And yes, I've tried other things. I was on Rumble for a while. That went nowhere. And I don't know why it went nowhere on Rumble, but I had a horrible experience with it. And I'm not bringing this channel back to Rumble. All right. And there are some other platforms, but you're talking pennies. Okay. This is your income is not in dollars, it's in pennies, until those things can figure out, how to do mass advertising and how to attract people off of this platform, which it's kind of a bit of a monopoly, so that hasn't worked out so well. I mean, Rumble for political channels apparently is working pretty well, but again, this isn't a purely political channel. This is a channel that talks music and politics and culture. And so anyway, folks, that's an update on what's going on with the channel. It's not good news. I'm going to continue to put out content each day and try to work harder and try to find things that are interesting for certain groups of people. Even if it's not in your wheelhouse, if you can watch these videos and share the videos, if you think someone else might want to watch the video, that's all I can ask at this stage. That's it. So again, thanks for watching this. I know it's not the most exciting content, but I had to say it, and I will be back with hopefully more exciting stuff pretty soon.